I decided to stop by to encourage you. I know we're all going through a lot. But you see, what you're going through right now, no matter how tough it is, it's not the end of the story. You see, it's just a chapter. It may be a rough one, it be a messy one. But it's the kind of chapter that if you're focused, you would look back on and say, yeah, I lived through that. Because you see, every person you admire, every so called overnight success, at least that's what we think, they all had this part. They all had a season where nothing made sense, nothing was adding up. The time when doors were slammed shut, the season where it looked like failure was permanent. Like, look, that's where I am. I'm not going to make it. But you see, they didn't stop. They turned the page. And those struggles that they went through, it is part of the story that people actually want to hear. Nobody is inspired by the easy road or the smooth path. What actually moves people is the fight. You see, the nights that you almost quit, the days that you cried in silence, the mornings you got up anyway, even though it was tough. That's the story that makes success real. That's the story that makes people believe if you did it, maybe they too can. So if right now feels heavy, if it feels tough, if it feels like the word is testing you, I want you to step back and take a breath. You're not done. This isn't the ending. This is just part of your story that will make the ending unforgettable. One day, you will tell it that I almost gave up. I almost lost faith, but I didn't. And that's why I'm here today. So don't run from this chapter. You have to own it with the focus on success. Because what you're experiencing right now is only the setup for the victory you are about to write. And I can speak to this authoritatively. While I will not consider myself successful, but I can go back and see. I remember when we went to St. Peter's Elementary and Junior High School in Gardnersville, on the Gardnersville Road. Even up to the time that I was a senior in junior high school, that's in the 9th grade, every day as we left from school, we went home and we would take the market to go and sell. I remember our stepmother used to bring palm oil, opason, monkey head. I mean, imagine you're a senior in junior high school, but after school, you have to get home, take the market, put on your head. Imagine you're selling monkey head. I mean, I want you to think about that. So you have how the dry monkey head looks. It's on your head and you're moving, and we're going through Stephen Tobel Estate, Double Bridge. We're walking all the way to 72nd and back. We used to live around the shoe factory. So we had to do that. Again, that was part of the story. I mean, in addition to making potato green garden, right, and going all the way up behind LPRC to go and find a place to make garden and to sell that. Those were part of the story. They were not the end of the book. So remember going to Topma High. In fact, the year that I was in 12th grade, I was living on Benson Street and the bypass intersection. And our mom used to own a place called the Sitting Place. And so we used to make kobo. So every morning before I walked through Jalatan to go to Topma High School, that's in the 12th grade, most young people, when they're in 12th grade, it means a big thing, right? Because that's when you're supposed to be flirting. I mean, you're about to come out of high school. It's a whole different word. But for us, we have to get up every morning about 5, make the food, and imagine. I want for you to imagine this because it's real. So we'll cook the food home, Benson Street and the bypass, and our mom had a shop at Internal Affairs. It was Warren Street, Warren Street and Benson Street intersection. That's where Internal Affairs used to be. And just right there is Zion. Imagine Zion Academy, the high school. Imagine you have to take that hot soup, put in the bowl, put the kettle on your head, put the pan. So you're walking, passing amongst all the beautiful girls with steam coming from the pot on your head. But we had to do it again. It was part of the chapter. That was not the end of the book. That was not the entire story. We had to do that. So I can speak authoritatively and say whatever you're going through today is part of the chapter. It might be a chapter. It's not the entire book. It's not the conclusion of the book. Don't make it the conclusion of the book. Well, most people don't even know that even the day I got elected student council president at the AME Zion Community College, I believe it was in 94. Even that day, I had to go home to cook because I had to make the food the next day because being elected student council president wasn't going to pay our rent when it came due at the end of the month. And so then after that, I had to go back, make the food the next day, and then come back for us to do the celebration. It was part of my story. It wasn't the end. And by no means did I see it as the end. I knew that one day I would look back and I would talk about that. So whatever you're going through today, I want you to bear in mind that it's just part of the story. You have to make it a part of the story. Don't allow this moment to condemn you or to resign you to failure and think it's permanent. It's not. It's not. By no definition. However, if you want, you can make it. And I'm just saying, you can do better. And so take this moment, take courage from this moment and move forward. Just know that tomorrow you want to be able to talk about what's happening today. So that means you have to keep pressing on. The future is bright. Whatever you're going through today is the moment. It's not the end of your story. And so I just want to stop by to encourage you because I know I went through the same thing. So however heavy life feels today, it's not the end. That's not how your story is going to end. That's not how it's supposed to end. And so I want to encourage you to keep striving, keep making yourself better, keep pushing. When one door closes, look for the next one, for the window. Find a way to keep moving on. Learn from whatever didn't work and keep pressing on. I just wanted to stop by and encourage you that whatever it is, that's not the end of your story. It's a part of a story, and you look back and talk about it tomorrow. You have a blessed one. I wish you all the best.